Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1. The draw that many people wanted has been delivered and Arsenal are top of the league. What a game of two halves as well. Man City probably the better team in the first half just. Liverpool definitely the better team in the second half. Should have won it with Diaz chances. They actually should win that game, Liverpool. I think they'll walk off the pitch feeling a little bit unlucky. I've got to say at the start, they were robbed. I mean, I'm very happy with the point. That's the result I wanted, but they've been robbed of a penalty at the end. And look, Arsenal fans will know about Michael Oliver and Kovacic back in the autumn. I don't know what excuse this is, and we are on a fast track here. The tighter this league is, the more we might look back at the end of this season and go, VAR at Spurs on the offside goal, that's a penalty. I mean, if it's in the other end, I'm saying it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Doku is a winger trying to make a defender's tackle on a bouncing ball in the penalty box in the last minute. He's got no idea where that ball is. He's gone up with a high foot. His studs are showing, and he's actually caught McAllister in two places. And for anybody who's saying it's not a penalty, I don't have any emotion in this because I don't have a horse in the race. I certainly don't want Liverpool or Man City to win the league as a Man United fan. I want the draw, and the draw's come through, and I'm very happy about it. But I can't not look at that and go, let's ignore that because that suits my agenda. That's a penalty because anywhere else on the pitch, that's a yellow card and it's a foul. We see it all the time. It's a high foot. You've gone for a ball. The player's gone with his chest. You've gone with your foot. You've injured him. It's reckless. It's out of control. It's a foul. So there is, you know what, Dermot Gallagher, Howard Webb, PJMOL, Michael Owen, you can't justify that. That's going to be one again where you either sweep it under the carpet or you go, he's tried to win the ball. Bollocks. Winning the ball hasn't been a thing for 20 years. It's how you win the ball. The ball is too high. He's gone too high with his foot and he's reckless and he's injured a player because of it. It's a penalty. It's as simple as that. It's not soft. It's a penalty. It wasn't a penalty on Salah. That's a penalty. And it's a big moment because Liverpool would have had the chance of 3 points. So, get in the comments, but there's no justification for that. It's a shocking decision that you see McAllister lying on the floor injured and you just think the referee has completely and utter bottled it. And unfortunately with Michael Oliver, he always seems to be involved when it's Man City. He was involved in the penalty for Rodri in the Manchester derby. He was involved in the Kovacic thing for Arsenal, and he's been involved in that. It's never anything that doesn't benefit City, is it? Anyway, back onto the game. I'm happy it's a draw. Arsenal fans will be happy it's a draw. The title race, when we look at the league table now, just look at that. Look at that. It's incredible. 64, 64, 63 after 28 games with 10 to go. Liverpool are in a good position. They've got a very good run in. There's no doubt about that. They've played Arsenal. They've played Man City. It's all about what they go and do in their other games. Arsenal have got to play Man City. It's obviously going to come down to that, isn't it? Arsenal have got to go and get a result, of course. But just the game itself was incredible. And as I said at the start, I thought Ortega for Arsenal, but Ortega for Man City, by the way, deserves a massive shout out. I thought John Stones played well for Man City. I thought Kyle Walker was all over the place. I mean, Diaz should score 2 goals. But, it was a hard game for Haaland. It was a hard game for Foden because they just don't get the ball. And I think when Rodri gets that yellow card as well, he can't make the tackles that he wants to make. And that second half, I think Jurgen Klopp said at half time, Rodri's on a yellow card. He's not going to be able to be as dominant as he normally is. He gave him that half-time talk and they were brilliant in the second half. Man City, maybe they scored a bit early. Sometimes you can score a bit early. They couldn't get their momentum back. They're a good side. Doku hit the post, of course. But for Man City to win that game, it was going to be a bit smash and grab. Liverpool were the dominant force in that second half. There's no doubt about it. And I think Man City will be the happier of the two teams to come out of that with a draw, because when you look at Liverpool's second half performance, Alexi McAllister was fantastic. Joe Gomez, Endo, Harvey Elliott were brilliant. Defensively, they played well. You've got to say that Diaz, Nunez, Salah were not at it for various reasons. But I think the big thing for me is that you have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge the fact that Liverpool have got no Alisson, they've got no Konate, they've got no Trent, they've got no Robertson until the second half, they've got no Salah, they've got no Jota. And everyone's got injuries, but Man City didn't. Man City had their best team out, and Liverpool were able to dominate them in the second half. And that's just a testament to what Jurgen Klopp's been able to build over the years at Liverpool, that the young players are in the identity of the first team. I thought Bradley played well in the first half. And they're a bit unlucky not to have won it, but they had the chances to win it. So they've got to look at themselves for that. The draw is a good result for the league, and it's a good result for Arsenal, of course, and it's certainly the result I would have wanted. But I watched Man City against Villa before Christmas, and Villa dominated them, and that second 45 minutes was domination as well. And it's interesting because it's a thorn in the side of Man City now, isn't it? They've looked really good. They looked good in their last 3 or 4 games, but now they've been humbled a little bit, and they've got to go to work. They've got their next league game is Arsenal, then they've got Villa, then they've got Crystal Palace. And now I wouldn't say that they're not going to win all 3 of those games. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Man City went and won. The problem with Man City is if they beat Arsenal, they've then got Villa, who were not Villa before Christmas. Then they've got Palace away, Luton at home, Tottenham away, Forest at home, Wolves at home, Fulham away, West Ham away at home. And I think Man City could go and win every single game. And that is why, if Arsenal don't beat them, then I still think Man City are favourites for this title. And that is why I think that decision at the end is massive. I think it's absolutely massive, because I think Man City have got a real run of fixtures where I just would not be surprised if they went and won every single game if they beat Arsenal. For Liverpool, they've got Sheffield United at home. I'm trying to look at Liverpool's next few games. So, yeah, they've got Brighton at home, Sheffield United at home, Palace at home, Fulham away, West Ham away, Tottenham at home, Villa away, Wolves at home. They've got 2 games that I think are difficult. Villa away, United away. And people will say, oh, whatever, Villa aren't as good and Man United aren't as good. But Man United could be difficult because you just don't know. At Old Trafford, it's Liverpool. Can we stop them winning the league? I wouldn't give us a chance against Liverpool, but it's difficult. It's difficult. I still think Man City are favourites. I still think Man City are favourites for this title. And I think that we could be in this horrific situation at the end of the season where Man City win the league by 1 or 2 points, and we're going to look at a couple of decisions and go, wow. And today's nowhere near as bad as the offside goal that was onside. But it's a big call. It is a big call. Thanks everyone for watching. Get your comments in below. I'll speak to you all later. Don't forget to tune into the United Stand at 7 o'clock. It's going to be a very interesting show.